Hey there, it's Lenny McGill with the GlockStore Performance and Custom Shop here in Nashville Studios today. And we're about to do something that I think is pretty cool. I'm going to show you how to change the follower out to one of our brand new, interesting color followers. We have developed a follower and a series of followers that are different colors. This is the first of them. It's our slushy blue. If you think of that and you can look at that color, you say, you know, that kind of looks like a slushy from 7-Eleven. And that's the color that's available right now. Like I said, we've got some more colors coming, but this one is pretty darn cool. And I'm going to show you how to do the installation and to change out your existing follower to this new blue follower that we have. And this same installation procedure will, actually apply to all magazines. We have these available for all the different variations of magazines. I want to work on a Glock 19 15 round magazine. And a little nomenclature for you. This is the magazine body. This is the base plate. Inside there is an insert plate. Okay, that has a little post on it. And then there's a spring. And then there's the follower. The follower. Basically, boom. Goes just like that. So to remove the base plate, there's a couple things, in a couple ways you can do it. You can take a punch, okay, out of your handy dandy punch set. Boom. Which is kind of the old school way to do it. You get in here, you push that insert plate in, with the spring, and you get on top of it and you pop it off. And it's, sometimes pretty stout. If it's the first time you do it, it's really stout. And sometimes I've bent punches before, and it's a mess. So we developed a long time ago this MDT, magazine disassembly tool. It's like a can opener. Basically, you pop the posts into the hole, and now takes a little bit of pressure. But you just kind of lean on top of it and pop this off, just like that, okay? Now it's halfway off. I want to be careful. There's a spring in here, and I want to make sure that I capture it with my thumb. Otherwise, it can go flying across the room, could hit you in the face, so wear safety goggles. How's that for the lawyers? But keep it pointed in a safe direction and capture the spring with your thumb. As you thumb this off a little bit, keep your thumb on top. And that comes out with a lot of pressure. But once you take the base plate off, you can kind of let the thumb come up, and that's it. Now, if you just let it spring away, that insert plate will fly away somewhere. And like I said, it could hit you in the face, could be very damaging. So be careful. Make sure you capture that with your thumb. So, like I said, base plate, insert plate. There's that little post, okay, that we talked about that rides inside. Here comes the spring. And the follower, magazine body. So there's the 5 parts of a magazine, basically. Now, the magazine follower is captured on the spring really just with friction. It'll pop off by just kind of giving it a little twist, just like that. Now, you come back with the new follower, and it'll pop on. Usually it has a little click to it. So let's see if we can hear that. There it is. So kind of a little twist. And that's how it sits. Now it's gonna find itself once it goes back into the magazine body. So once you have it on, it doesn't come off by itself. You just have to twist it off. You face it in. It only goes one way. You can't really put it in backwards. It goes one way, and that's it. And that's what it looks like. It's that simple and that easy. To replace the insert plate and then the base plate, we want to put the insert plate in first, and you'll notice, of course, it's tombstone shape, so it's got the square edge to the square edge. So we put it in, kind of get it over top that spring, get it situated, and just push it down and just hold it down with my thumb. So there it is. And then we take our base plate and just kind of line up the grooves. And once you capture that on there, it just kind of goes right on. And that click is good because it seated itself, the post seated itself into the hole. And that's the installation process. This was a Gen 3. Okay, Gen 3 Glock 19. The same thing for Glock 43, 43X, all the other guns. This is a Gen 5 Glock 19. Same concept. The only difference between this Gen 5 gun and the Gen 3 guns is that the magazine follower itself is orange on the Gen 5s. That's something that Glock did on Gen 5s. But also the base plate, as you can see, is different. It's a little bit longer than the Gen 3s. And that's designed to allow you to strip that out in case you need to. So it sticks out a little bit so you have something to grab hold of. Question people ask all the time is, are these interchangeable? First and foremost, yes. The Gen 3 base plate will fit on the Gen 5, and the Gen 5 will fit on the Gen 3. Okay. Another question people ask is, can I use Gen 5 magazines in a Gen 3, or can I use Gen 3 magazines in a Gen 5? And the answer is yes, you can. They are interchangeable. And that's one of the things that Glock has done very well, is that all the magazines they produce, I mean, from day one, will basically fit into all the guns, you know, as far as it's, you know, Glock 17 to 17, Glock 19 to 19, et cetera. But the cross compatibility up and downwards is what really makes Glock special, because, you know, a lot of the, you know, SIG and all these other manufacturers make all these changes, and a lot of the old stuff is, you know, I guess out of vogue. It doesn't work, you know. I mean, so Glock, like I said, the magazine, I could have a magazine from 1990 and stick it into a Gen 5 gun and it'll go bang. It'll fit and function. Same concept here with this Gen 5 mag. This is a brand new Gen 5 mag. It's going to be tight on there. Take my MDT, push it into the insert, the hole in the base plate, push the insert plate down a little bit, and then just twist this off just a little bit. Boom, just like that. Boom. Hold on to that so that I capture that insert plate with my thumb. Out it comes. Insert plate. Oops. Spring and follower. Base plate, Gen 5 base plate, again, a little different than the Gen 3, but interchangeable. That's really important. A lot of people ask that question. Gen 5, same thing. Pops this off. Okay. Here comes the new one. Let's pop this guy on like this. Boom. And you can tell it has really one way. It goes up. So you got to go up with it. And then we just pop this straight in here like so. Just like that. And it holds on, and you pop it into the magazine body, and then you take your insert plate, get it lined up and hold it in place with your thumb. Okay, and now the base plate itself just comes straight on top. Now sometimes they get a little hard right here where these little posts are, so I like to go ahead and just use the table and just push it down. And there it is. The slushy blue magazine follower. They're pretty cool. They're different. They're neat, unique, and it's definitely going to set your magazines apart from someone else's magazines. If you want one, we've got them here at the GlockStore. I'm Lenny McGill. This, of course, is the GlockStore Performance and Custom Shop in Nashville, Tennessee, and we're real close to the airport. So if you're visiting Nashville, and many people do, and if you haven't, you should, we're just 2 miles from the airport. And come in to see us, because you'll be amazed with the selection of products and Glocks we have here in the store. It is unrivaled by anybody in the United States, and that I guarantee. Again, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.